one of the things that has really taken over music since the advent of rock and roll is this sort of adolescent view of what relationships are, this adolescent view of what love is. And it's something that you can't really understand when you're an adolescent because you're an adolescent, you're in the midst of it. But it turns out that this sort of obsessive, crazy love, that's really not the sort of love that relationships are built on. Okay, relationships are built, as I say very often, it's not sexy, but it's true. They're built on common values. They're built on trust. They're built on respect. Right? This is what relationships are built on. You never hear any of this sort of stuff from R&B, certainly. It's all about the crazy infatuation that people have for one another, and then you wonder why relationships don't work. Well, the reason is because the longer you know someone, the less infatuated you are with them, and the more that you are interested in knowing them as a human being. And there's a fascinating chart in Jonathan Haidt's book, The Happiness Hypothesis, all about exactly how human relationships work. What it basically shows is that for the first 6 months that you know somebody and you love somebody, you are infatuated with them. And then there's what he calls committed love. Committed love is you sharing values and you valuing the person as a human being and not just as a body that you want to have sex with. And what it looks like is in inverse proportion. So what you see is that in the first 6 months, infatuate love is really, really high, and then it kind of craters over the next several years. And what you see is that respectful love, committed love, starts off pretty low and skyrockets over a period of years. And I will say that the relationship I have with my wife now is a lot more meaningful than the relationship that I had with my wife when I first met her. It's very different. It's a very, very different thing. But this is one of the problems, is that when popular culture sets you up to believe that infatuate love is going to be like this the rest of your life, you're just going to be obsessed with your spouse the rest of your life, in the sense that you can't take your eyes off the person. You can't spend a moment out of that person's presence. I love spending time with my wife, but my wife and I are there also to raise our kids and also to have a life together and to build things, right? Marriage is the beginning of building something. If the end goal of love is the sort of infatuated love that you have with somebody in the first 5 seconds, then there is no end goal. You're not building toward anything. Everything is a come down from that. Everything is a letdown from that.